So I'm just going to get right into it. Today I have got the Makartt House of Florist kit. When we were away on the weekend, we drove past a couple fields of sunflowers. So I want to try and recreate something inspired by those, and I figured what better kit than the House of Florist. This is what the front of the box looks like. So these are all of the colors you get. You get 12 colors. And then I'm going to do some swatches for you guys if you are interested in buying this kit. So I'll just go through them real quickly. So you can see I have not opened them before. A couple of them I have opened just to see what they look like. But so this is Lily of the Valley. This one is Morning Glory. This one is Water Lily. So we'll go next with Iris. And this one is a Gladiolas. We've got Rose. We'll go to Poinsettia. Then we'll go to Chrysanthemum. And then we'll go to Carnation, sorry. And we're gonna go to Daisy. And then we're gonna go with Daffodil. And then Marigold. So these are all 12 of the colors that you get in this kit. As you can see, I've got nails on already. So this will be actually what I'm using, so I won't be doing anybody's nails today. I didn't want to have to take my nails off because I spent a long time on these. These are about a week old and they're still no lifting, no anything, so I want to keep these ones on. So I've got my little Makartt lamp over here. So this nail here, it does have a little bit of length on it already. And it does have this lip at the back, so it's not quite like a normal hand, but it will have to do. Okay, so after searching for 20 or so minutes, I found my forms. So these also came in a different Makartt kit. That's where I got the lamp and some other glitters and polygels that I use. I'm going to take the false finger out. I'm going to cut the free edge. So I'm actually going to take the nail out of here. Not quite so long. Normally when I do nails, I cut the free edge down a little bit anyway, just to make it easier to form and put tips on and all of that. So I'm hoping that that will help. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the base coat. And I'm going to put that in and cure it. Okay, so now that that is cured, I'm going to go ahead and reform it. I think this will work out a lot better now that the nail plate is not quite so long. And I'm just going to stick that underneath. Kind of bend it just a little bit so that when I put it on, it'll just kind of slide up in there nicely. So that, and then normally I would turn the hand sideways, so I'm just going to take it off of there and make sure that it is formed nicely. It is. So I'm going to go ahead and put that back in. So I'm going to go back in with Marigold. It's a beautiful orange color. And I'm just going to kind of put it on the nail. I'm going to push it back to where I want it. Make sure it covers the whole nail. Trying to make sure I have the whole thing covered before I worry about smoothing it out. Okay, so there is that cured. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the polygel again, and I'm just going to take a small bead on my brush. Okay, so here this is all cured, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my file and I'm just going to shape it the way I want it. So I want this edge here. I'm going to take the rougher side of the file, and I'm just going to straighten this up the way I wanted it. Just like that. And then I'm going to go to the other side. It's easier to take it out of here. And then I do the same thing because I wanted it in more of a coffin shape. So I wanted the point to be there, right? So I need to move that over a little bit and move that over a little bit. So I'll start by moving this side over so it's the right shape that I'm looking for. And I like these practice fingers because you can move it however you need. See how it's so bulky because I had to add extra. It's easier to move it so you can see what you need to fix. So it's going to look like a sideways stiletto for a little bit, but that's okay. We'll fix that. And with this practice finger, it will be kind of hard to get the cuticle level because this is plastic back here. So this form is moving, so you know what, I'm going to take it off and I'm just going to put another form on it when I'm done because the finger is plastic, it doesn't want to actually stick to it. And if you look underneath, I don't believe it cured all the way through because of how opaque the polygel is, so I'm just going to clean that up and then put it back into cure once more. I'm going to take the rougher side again now that it is fully cured, and I'm just going to file under here, make sure it's nice and straight. That, and I can take it across the edge here. See how it's darker back here? That is because of the brown false tip underneath. False nail, I don't like that very much. I'll have to get clear ones or something. See here, there, we're just gonna have to straighten that up. So now I'm gonna take just an alcohol wipe, just as I normally would. I'm gonna take another form because I had to take the last one off. I normally don't use forms, I normally use... This is a separate Makartt kit, but I need to use it for this nail, so this is just clear. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take a little bead on my brush. Move this back here now that I'm using it. I'm going to take a little bead on my brush. And I don't want much because I want a very, very, very thin base right here so that I can encapsulate. You can see the clear on this side here. That's what I was hoping for, so I'm going to put that into cure. Okay, so that is cured, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the form off again. So there is the clear, if you can see that. So I'm going to just file down the end here. And then I'm going to go on the other side here. See if I turn it sideways? All of this that's hanging under that straight line, that you can see that. So all of that clear needs to come away. So I'm just gonna hold the finger and I'm going to gently file that off. So now, if you can see, the clear is just a little bit thicker than I want it. And I'm just gonna file on top of the clear like this. I have this is from Model 1s. And I thought this gold in here would look kind of pretty. I'll open it and we'll see, but look at that. That would be gorgeous in there. So I'm thinking I'm gonna do that and then I'll paint it over top. I'll encapsulate it and then I will use this striping tape and put a line there just to make sure it looks nice and straight. And I can also, I have some of these butterflies. I might put a couple in. And then I'm going to give that one final cure. I have these iridescent ones. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this base coat once again and I'm just going to paint over the gold section. Just the gold section, just so that the butterflies will have something to stick to. I'm going to take my little tool here, pick them up. That, and then I'm going to give that a cure. Okay, so I gave that a quick cure. This orange looks really awful on camera. Doesn't look that awful in person. I'm going to encapsulate the gold and the little butterfly. Okay, so this is cured. There is, however, the dispersion layer on top, so I'm just going to take another little bit of alcohol and just clean that up so it doesn't gum up my file. I'm going to take just the file that came in the House of Florists kit, and I'm just going to start by doing the edges and making them the way I want, and then I will make the end the way I want, file the underside, and then I will smooth out the top. So what just happened is the nail actually came off of there. I'm just going to try and go with it, so I'm going to have to hold it down really well and file. I'm going to get my, we'll see if I can use this, and I just have a coarse bit on here. We'll see if I can use that, if it'll let me, because the finger, or the nail actually came off the finger, so we'll see. There's a nice thickness at the cuticle and it's a nice thickness at the apex. See how it kind of goes up? But the end is way too thick, so I need to work at the end. Okay, so none of my flower techniques have worked, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna make it out of rhinestones. So I'm gonna start with the center one. I'm just gonna use one of these. It's the closest to brown that I really have, so I'm gonna give that a cure. There is that, and now I'm going to take Makartt top coat and give that one final coat. I'm gonna make sure this tape is still stuck down. Okay, so here's the final look. I'm actually really happy with how it turned out. Show you from this side. So this is my look inspired by the sunflowers I saw this past weekend. I will link everything I used in the description box down below. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.